What's up, everybody? Let's talk about GH right quick. Um, I had a great vacation. If you guys want to know, I had a fantastic vacation. Well, any of you guys that were asking. But let's talk about GH. Well, first of all, let me get some stuff out and open. Whoever puts out these damn casting rumors about certain actors leaving the show or exiting the show, seriously, go shoot yourself. Because there have been over the last couple of days, there have been so many casting rumors come out lately and whatnot. There was one that said Sean Kanan was leaving. That said he was leaving as AJ. That he was being fired. And some bogus website tweeted about it and said he was being fired. And he took to Twitter yesterday and said that how he's not he doesn't know where those rumors came from and how he's not leaving. And also Jamie Giddens from Daytime Confidential also chimed in, who that guy has real great sources. I believe that basically everything they leak out because they have great sources on these shows. And he said that the Sean Kanan rumor was pretty bogus, and his sources told him that the Sean Kanan rumor was bogus, and also that there was also a rumor that Sean Blakemore going to be killed off the show. They were going to write him off the show, but he said also that Sean Blakemore's not going anywhere. There's also was a rumor that said that Taquan Richmond, who plays TJ, was leaving the show, and someone blatantly asked him on Twitter yesterday, flat out asked him that they heard that he was leaving the show to pursue other things, and he flat out asked them where they hear that from. Basically, flat out asked, "Where'd you hear that?" And then they respond, said they heard on Facebook or whatever, and he said, "Well, I don't have a Facebook, and it didn't come from me because I don't have a Facebook." And he says he basically denied the rumor, said, "Nah, he's still working as usual. He hadn't left the show, and he's not leaving." And told another fan that it's basically BS, that he doesn't know where that came from. And somebody said on a message board that they could be those actors could be under a gag order. I don't think it's no gag order. If they're under a gag order, they're supposed to just flat out keep quiet about stuff. If you're under a gag order, you're not even supposed to even mention stuff like that if you're under a gag order. But anyway, let's move on to today's episode, shall we? And I don't want to talk about this whole Jack Wagner thing. Somebody asked me to talk about it on Twitter, but Jack Wagner seems kind of bitter in a way because they haven't asked him to come back yet. To me, it just seems like he's a little bitter. But anyway, I don't know the full story. But anyway, I've wasted 2 minutes talking about casting crap, fake casting stuff. But anyway, actually, the 15 minutes of today's episode actually got interrupted because of the royal baby. And if I have any people from England that watch my videos, I would never try to disrespect you guys' country, but I really don't understand why they had to take 15 minutes out of the show just so we could see William and Kate walk out of a door. I mean, they could have did that when the local news came on. I mean, because the local ABC News came up and it was a news coverage and whatnot. But anyway, congratulations to William and Kate for having their baby. Congratulations on that, them and all that. But anyway, from what I got out of what we seen out of today's episode, most of it played. It was just 15 minutes of it that were out. This whole Franco stuff, I have a feeling that it's about to come to an end because Roger Howarth is about to. From my understanding, he's about to go film some stuff for Californication. He's already filmed stuff for Californication, but Franco basically. Carly was in Franco at the ledge. Franco's about to get ready to dangle the baby daddy off of the ledge. And Carly stopped him and whatnot. And Carly basically was calling him Jason and sitting there playing along with him, telling him how he's important and whatnot, and how he needs to change and whatnot and stuff like that. And Carly kind of got through to Franco and whatnot. He said she cared about him and whatnot. She was talking to him as Jason, but said how she cared about him, how and whatnot, and he gave over Danny, and he was about to get ready to kill himself. But meanwhile, while all that's going on, Dante, Monica, Liz, and Silas, they're at the hospital, and they're talking about and so Sam's with I said Sam's with them too. And they're talking about Franco and trying to figure out about where Franco could have been and whatnot, and how Carly has gone after Franco. And Dante, I mean, somebody should just punch Dante in the face. I mean, I would not be mad if he left the show. I wouldn't. I mean, I had nothing against the actor. I like the actor, but the character Dante, I'm just done. he thinks he knows every damn thing because he's a cop. Excuse me. He think he just basically knows everything. But anyway, but yeah, they're basically trying to figure out where Carly could have gone and whatnot, and it actually kind of got to me. Why did Alexis find out this episode, in my opinion, was just basically all over the place. But my understanding is why did Alexis have to find out about why she had to find out that Danny had been kidnapped from Monica and Liz? Why didn't Sam think to call her mother? But anyway, Alexis and Nicholas were having some scenes together. They were basically talking about how their family is cursed, the Cassadine curse and whatnot, and how about the whole Sam's father thing. And Nicholas basically like, you think we should believe Molly's theory about Jay and whatnot, but I'm not bringing up that whole Ouija board stuff. I thought that was basic. Those things freak me out. Ouija boards and whatnot. We all know Molly figured out. We'll find they were talking to Rafe Kovich Sr. I'll talk about Molly and Rafe and all of them in a minute. They were the whole Ouija board thing. I don't want to talk about that because those things seriously freak me out. But anyway, Alexis basically like, you seriously don't think we're gonna take Molly's word over the whole thing about a J, this guy with a J name and whatnot? I don't. I mean, I'm here for this Sam and Sam's father storyline, but this whole baby Danny be having leukemia and all that, we know the kid's not gonna die. So, and this kind of dragged out for a while. I mean, we know the kid's not going to die. They're gonna, in the last minute, they're gonna figure out that they're gonna find out that they're pretty much gonna find out that they're gonna probably find a donor for him and whatnot, and he's gonna live. So we know he's not gonna die. Anyway, moving on. Molly and Rafe are at the damn park trying to discussing J names, and they're in. The only thing interesting about their scenes today was Jerry. They thought potentially that Jerry Jacks. The only J name Molly thought about is Jerry Jacks, and there have been a lot of Jerry Jacks mentioned, so that kind of has me wondering, is he coming back? It'd been rumored like months ago that he was coming back, like 3 or 4 months ago that he was coming back. He was on set shooting. I ain't seen Jerry Jacks yet. But anyway, but I wouldn't mind seeing him come back. But they're saying that they think potentially Jerry could be Sam's father. But Molly doesn't want to believe it and whatnot. And they said there's no way Jerry could be Sam's father because they would have basically because Alexis would have remembered it and whatnot. Well, actually, Alexis was drunk. So if she slept with Jerry back in the day, which kind of would explain Jerry's obsession with Alexis. I just thought about something. That would explain Jerry's obsession with Alexis because he slept with her back and could have slept with her back in the day. But that's just how I would write the story. But anyway, that was the only interesting thing about Rafe and Molly's scenes. And Rafe basically flies out. Molly continues to tell all Alexis' business and all that. And Rafe can't get over the simple fact that Alexis and Sam, Christina and Molly have different fathers. I mean, Rafe, have you ever heard of a damn hoe? Have you ever heard of a hoe? I mean, anyway. But yeah, then we had scenes between Taylor and TJ. Taylor tells TJ, when TJ goes to the floating rib, he meets Taylor there. Taylor, as soon as she sees him, she kisses him. And apparently, I didn't see these scenes because the whole royal baby stuff was going on. But apparently, TJ tells Taylor that she just flat out he just wants to be friends. But TJ tells her he wants to be friends, and she basically just freaks out and says, and I kind of died when Taylor called Molly a Stephanie Myers wannabe. She said how she writes novels and she's into Vampire Boys. I was rolling when she said she called her a Stephanie Myers wannabe. And then, but anyway, TJ basically says how he doesn't know why, but he wants to be with Molly. And Taylor basically says, okay, so she goes to the bar, gets this guy some random guy to buy her a drink, and they were about to get ready to leave. Her and the guy were about to get ready to go have sex. Then TJ basically stops him. Good move by him too. Stops him and says, because he clearly knew the guy was older than her. He basically says, okay, before you guys leave, you should know she's 16. She's like, I'm about to be 17. And the guy basically just bags off and leaves. TJ is basically like, why? Okay, you want to be charged for statutory rape. Anyway, Taylor basically gets all emotional and whatnot, and says, and TJ basically says how he cares about her, but he just wants to be your friend. And she basically like, why don't you like me enough? And he basically like, I like you a lot and whatnot. He basically just trying to stop her from making a mistake. He was just telling her all that to stop her from making a mistake. And then out of nowhere, we all know Molly and Rafe walked in, and Molly basically tells Rafe, let's go somewhere else. This is my thing about this. You guys see a pattern going on here. Molly continues to tell Rafe she wants to be friends. TJ today starts telling Taylor he just wants to be friends. Why? I say this. Put Rafe with Taylor. If she keeps getting ditched by TJ, Molly keeps ditching Rafe's pleas and whatnot, his infatuations and whatnot. Just disregard that phone. Anyway, they'll hang up. If this somebody important, I call them back. But anyway, but yeah, that's how I feel about it. The Tracy and Laura scenes, they were basically sitting there talking about Luke, telling Luke how, basically saying how Tracy basically, Laura confronted Tracy about the whole. I'm trying to wait for that phone. It's off. But anyway, Tracy gets confronted about Laura about Luke's health and whatnot. And so she flats out tells Laura about Luke's health and whatnot. So Laura's is about to pack up and try to go find Luke. I'm sorry about the shaky camera, but she's about to pack up and go find Luke. But anyway, and I hear Tracy's gonna wind up going with her. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about today's episode. Let me know how you guys feel about all those casting rumors and whatnot. Don't believe any of them because apparently, according to the actors, those rumors are false. But anyway, let me know how you guys feel about today's episode. Leave me a comment below. Anyway, how'd you guys feel about this whole Franco stuff? I'm not really feeling it. I'm ready for it to be over.